Alrighty, we are back for the Virtual Killers versus Bronze Krew. This is Group A, and these teams here go back to Season 1. Unfortunately, I haven't been around for that long, so I haven't been able to see much of their past conflict. But who knows what it'll bring. Maybe we'll see some interesting memories coming back, some emotions running high, and see if we can have any cool fun going on here. Let's take a look at Champion Select and see what we got going on.
I think I can speak for everyone that we're all just disappointed by the BKR ban. We're all really excited for BKR coming into this, and now he's just gone. Which, I guess it leaves us for different things, but...
Now we're seeing, as per usual, besides the Tiger, just typical solo queue bans. We don't think it's snowballing a Kali, the Ram is the Maokai. Nothing too special.
The Lucian first pick, though. No hesitation, just that's what we want. That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Guys, Morgana.
Take the power pick. May as well.
I don't know if I'd value Morgana that highly over other champions, but I guess it does leave like not much up to chance, at least. Like, it holds your cards a little bit because she's a pretty safe overall support, if not mid laner.
Yes.
See that earlier.
That's true. Oh, I would love to see the Nautilus. Love those odd picks. Those are a ton of fun to watch. But looks like Chewy's just teasing us here, and with the Nami support. I do think though Morgana was definitely a lot stronger earlier than the season. I mean, she still is now, of course, but not quite to the extent she had before. Before she was kind of permaban material, getting up there, more so in the lower elos, I would say. Once you kind of get up into diamond, plat, and whatnot, they kind of learn how to dodge. But she was quite a monster for a while there.
I still think picking a Nami into a Morgana spot lane's rough on the Nami.
Yeah, it kind of counters the Black Shield. One skill counters her entire set, I guess, but...
The Nami's confident.
Ooh, see the Nar pick. Wrong overlay. You are correct. Thank you. With the sly flick of the wrist, it's changed.
We are all about professionalism here.
You know, that's why we got the Twitch chat open, make sure we see things like this. You want a job, you're hired.
Looks like Rise top, Ori mid. Pretty standard stuff. Rise has been a little bit in the gutters recently since they cut his Q damage by a lot, but still very powerful.
Yeah, the 4.19 patch, his win rate actually dropped about 5%. I think it went from high 51 down to 46, 47. So that's a huge difference. So now he's not going to be as strong lane bully, and in someone like Nar who is ranged, it's not going to be as powerful as we know the old Rise to be. I do like the Orianna Wukong Wombo combo.
Oh yeah,
that's
nasty.
Drop invisible, flash in, ult, Ori, like, it's incredible.
I've seen you spam that in solo queue all the time.
You know, gotta climb that elo.
Oh, he's hovering over Cat. I was hoping to see Cat, but I think Xerath is a bit more wild choice.
Yeah, if Joe's Cat probably get camped down pretty hard.
So what I like about what Virtual Killers has is that if they land that Morgana snare, immediately Corki poke, Gnar poke, Xerath poke, whoever gets landed by that snare is pretty much just out of the fight immediately. You've got Kha'Zix for wave clear. They've got a very nice pokey team that when Gnar hits that Mega Gnar form, just jump in, push them all into like in a tight corner around a tower, push them all against the wall. Xerath and Corki just AoE, and then Kha'Zix jumps in, gets a reset stable. On the Bronze Krew side, again, Rise is pretty much going to be, if he gets that late game, no one on the Virtual Killers really has a way of at least dueling him, or even be able to almost tank him in the fight. BKR is probably going to go pretty. And then Nami heal, which is good for the poke. And then Bubbles again, good for countering engages.
So, yeah.
And Wave is also very good for setting up the Wukong or Yana. And Lucian very strong laner, as we've seen. But although Corki has been the much better
Yeah,
pick.
it's been dominating the lanes, even though it's usually as highly nobled, but looks like it's been working today. But with that being said, we're gonna have our 3-minute spectator delay break going on here. So we're gonna catch up with you in a few minutes once we're loading in, and we'll see you when we're on the Rift for Game 1 of the Bronze Krew versus Virtual Killers.
And we're live, folks.
We back. Game is just about to be done loading. We're out of the loading screen, but haven't popped up on the Rift yet. There we go.
This is why you don't buy potatoes, people.
My PC is not a potato for future reference. It is close to it, more of a toaster.
Send some pictures, you'll understand.
And we
got a pause.
Beautiful pause, Reno. That's unfortunate. Guess someone forgot to go to the bathroom, or
I think it's lag.
they didn't have a 3-minute break. We had a 3-minute break.
Well, I use my 3-minute break appropriately. All about professionalism here.
Yeah, it looks like one of the players for Virtual Killers was having some lag, so they're gonna quickly sort that out, get them reconnected, and we'll see if we can get this pause over with. Any comments, James, on the teams they have selected?
Just from the looks of it, I feel that if Kha'Zix can't really make a big of an impact onto Rise or onto Orianna, that could end up costing them, because I have a feeling Rise has the stun or the snare to kind of keep Gnar from moving around. And I mean, if Wukong comes up to gank, he might be able to get a good stun off and then pick off Gnar a couple times. But I don't know. I think
Not even
that,
Gnar. Corki also has lower range, like auto attack range.
yeah.
Good, like
I'm
again,
thinking
flash
that
snare.
Bronze Krew has like a more well-rounded team fight. They've got things that are able to lock down Virtual Killers, but I don't know. It
For
could go
me,
either way.
I'm expecting Virtual Killers Xerath just to crush Flame. He took Ignite. That's confidence right there. This guy is just gonna come in, shove Orianna out, start farming, start doing Xerath stuff. Stealing blue buffs, stealing dragons, stealing barons with his ult, you know, all that good things.
That's the official
But
call
that's
for
the thing.
Yakcob. See if he's right on that one.
Yeah.
Well, so let's have a vote. Vote of confidence. Who we think is going to pull out in game number 1 for the Bronze Krew versus VK Virtual Killers. Yakcob, what is your vote? Who do you think is going to take it? Is your confidence in Xerath going to be enough to pull the game through?
I agree with James that Bronze Krew is like way more flexible in what they can do and like how they can, like, they have Rise split push, they have wombo combo, but I just love spammy pokey champions, and I just love seeing people burst, so I'm gonna have to go with Virtual Killers.
Alright, let's let Virtual Killers don't know. What are you going to go with?
To be honest, Jacob makes good points with all the potential that, I mean, Virtual Killers has. If they might not even need a team fight, if they can have Corki or even Xerath just poke down Bronze Krew, then there's a very, very good chance that they don't even need to really wait for team fights. They just need to poke them down. But if it can go later, I'm gonna give it to Bronze Krew just for the chance that they might have. I think they have the better team fight.
So, final answer, Bronze Krew?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bronze Krew. So that's one for Bronze Krew, one's for VK. Myself, I'm going to have to go with Bronze Krew. Just the Orianna Wukong, I think, is going to be unstoppable. I've seen some of them earlier on in this week. I saw Tabs, actually. One of the first games we're streaming came up huge with like a 13-0 Orianna. So I think it's going to be one of those all over again. And looks like the pause is over. Perfect timing. Let's take a look and see what we got going on here. Let the pre-games begin.
Hashtag get excited. Then clump together. Oh, maybe we'll see some early invades. Interesting note, Morgana forgot her trinket. You know, poke fun at that, guys.
Yeah, let's see what we can get on that one. And
Camp.
not even waiting, storming right in there. Gnar didn't put the trinket down in that bush, so he's just kind of spotting out, looking to see if one of them will step outside the bush. Gain that vision.
I want the blind boomerang.
This could be really risky if Gnar steps out of that bush.
Yeah, they could
actually-
pounce right on him.
They could go
Of course,
right on
neither of
him
them know each
if
other
they
are there,
land the
so.
Nami bubble.
So, can we see what skill I started?
Nami did start the bubble, so if Nami was to throw a
started
bubble
snare.
instead of backing,
Yeah, and I started
They
snare
would
too,
have
so
a
they
chance.
did that right.
it looks like Nami and Lucian back to head down to bot lane.
Yeah, I think they think. I believe that Bronze Krew believes that they've stolen the red, but it looks like. Alright, they don't know Gnar is there.
The Gnar might spot it out and be able to hold the two of them off it, because the level 1 buff isn't exactly that easy to take. And there's the ward, he spots them out at the last second. Double trinkets, coordination achieved. They're gonna stay though. They got the confidence, they're not worried about Xerath coming. Although they maybe should be. Xerath is not worried, he's heading over there. He's gonna come in, start laying some shots down. Wukong does get the buff, getting a bit low here. Trying to hit level 2 off one of the small minions, there it is. And he's gonna clear the entire camp. Orianna pressure and Xerath for trying to punish his teammate. And they're gonna get away with that one. Kazakh's not hesitating to go down and steal their red in return. So it looks like we might end up with a double buff start for both teams regardless. Beautiful bubble coming in from Nami right away, level 1. Getting Corki down to about half health, so that's definitely a very good start for them.
I really just like the aggression level, like level 1. Like all these teams are fighting, they're moving, they're just like, look, he's still in the red, but he's under vision. So let's see what happens.
There's the flash to Nami.
Flash.
Oh, and that's gonna be it. First blood goes to Wukong, buffs back onto him. That is gonna be trouble for Kazakhs. 0 buffs at level 2. I think he's still gonna be. Yeah, level 2. Clearing camps is gonna be a tough time. He's gonna struggle trying to get back into this.
Can I change who I want to win now?
Nope.
I just love the aggression. Flash bubble. It's like, man.
Nope, you're locked in for virtual killers. Good.
Alright, I was
At least
swaying a
for
little
this
bit back because I saw a little bit of taunting from Xerath in mid lane, so not feeling too bad about my decision right now.
And the early game pots are so powerful. Corki's back to full health, and now we got Lucian at half health, so level 1 2 has a lot of variety. Gnar hit that early level 3
big onto
passive switch, so now he's going to have lots of zone pressure.
Yeah, the trick about Gnar is just all about managing that Mega Gnar. Like, that was a beautiful jump. He was able to get the spells off, just transform just in time, just get the stun, and get some just...
Looks like we might have our first gank of the game coming in here on mid lane. Kazakh sneaking up behind Aery. She's pushed right to tower with no minions left over. And here he comes, jumps on, hits the minion. Stun is not gonna land. So it looks like that might be the end of that. Send a couple final pokes and say goodbye. Wukong's coming down the river. They're gonna run into the Kazakhs, who is now level 3 but with no buffs. Wukong definitely has a slight advantage there. They didn't ping him out as he tried to sneak through there. Drops the clone, but not much. Just gonna drop a little harass down. Takes the safe way out so he doesn't run back into Kazakhs.
Quality auto trading right there.
Nice binding.
He's
to
level
level 3
on the
for 3. The bubble god.
Around CSCC, Gnar has a little bit of advantage. I think it's also a little bit, it's a bit more than we see too, because I think he at least did have the wave working for him. It's kind of come back into Rise's favor now.
Rise coming out with huge damage onto Gnar. I don't know if it'll be.
If that Q change didn't go through, Gnar would be almost dead by now. It would be forced to.
Yeah, that'd be extra 40 damage per strike. And that would... that's huge, especially considering the cooldown on the Q is extremely low. Wukong is coming down bot. That bush is not warded, but he's running in. The second bush is warded. Looks like there's not going to be much coming out of that one. Drop the clone and tank the binding.
How about that before? If I said before about the potential of another bubble. What I said before about the potential of the Morgana snare into all the poke between Corki and another.
Looks like the exhaust is dropped down. Corki
That
Valkyrie's
might be
right in there. The
Lucian's
heal comes
falling.
out. The bubble flashes the bubble. Exhaust dropped by Nami. Gonna keep Lucian alive, but can't keep himself alive? That's, yeah. Not enough power coming out for Corki to be able to finish that one off.
That was a lot of summoners blown
A lot
there.
of summoners blown. That's for sure.
Bronze Krew, Nami used her exhaust while Lucian used heal and flash there, while Virtual Killer's only Morgana blew exhaust and Corki flashed to try and get the kill onto Lucian.
Yeah, so 2 summoners up for Virtual Killers, while the bot for Bronze Krew's at 0, so it looks like we might be seeing some ganks, but
TP in.
the Rise coming right in, knowing that, ooh, the bubble, too good. Takes the kill from the ADC.
I don't think the bubble even landed.
Well, it was close. I'll call it a land just for the sake of this.
I think the bubble secured the kill.
Yeah, it was just on
No,
the
the
Star
bubble,
following through, getting the speed boost
might've.
from the triple proc, and that's going to be enough flash zone that
Oh,
finishes it. It's the level 6.
Oh, that
Oh,
transform!
that's a double kill for the young Gnar. Are we going to see a dive here early on? Lucian's low on health, and they're kind of walking in here. Gnar's tanking to start
Lucian
with, but tank's
sidestepping, picks up
way
a
too
kill on
much.
Gnar.
With it. That could be that's going to be a double for Lucian. That dive was not
Made
executed
it
properly.
worthwhile.
Oh, lands a stun. Oh!
Will the jukes be enough? And it will. Looks like Oriana might be able to escape this one if there's a last Q, but no, there isn't. But yeah, that tower dive. Gnar
Yeah,
tanked
Lucian
a bit too much
definitely-
there.
Lucian definitely made it worth his while. He just, I mean, the Morgana stun was a little bit off, and he dodged the rock from Gnar, which meant that he was able to still move freely without being slowed or stunned. And then Gnar took way too much damage, and Kha'Zix had to finish off the kill on Lucian, and ended up costing him his life.
Yeah.
And we have an incoming bubble,
we are
and there's
seeing-
the pause, cutting off poor Nami. Looks like we might be dealing with some disconnects, I guess, again, or some strong lag.
Yeah, I think Rise was getting lagged, so he had to leave.
Of course, appropriate
He'll be
pause.
joining right back. I think he DC'd, yeah.
Yeah, was able to reconnect, fortunately.
Yeah, nice and quick, so see if they unpause it here after that. So far, staying with the original prediction, Bronze Krew liking what they're doing. The Nami is making some plays. Lucian picking up the double kill is good. They were kind of losing lane there. Like CS wise, he's still down 15, but that double kill is going to make up for it for sure. He's got the BF sword to lay out the tons of damage. Rise, yeah, it's been struggling a bit, especially Gnar just picked up the double bot. That's going to be hurting him there, but
I think we attribute it to just like that has been beautiful management of Rise's transformation, or not Rise's, Gnar's transformations. Both times he's transformed at just the perfect time just to get the right spells. I've been really impressed by that.
I agree there. Was he 6 coming into the fight? I think he might have leveled up as he killed the Nami too. So level up, quickly spend it, and go. That was really well done.
And also super excited for hashtag bubbles. Bubbles been on point.
Gnar jumping in, trying to get this triple proc down for the percent health. He does.
So Bronze Krew's up 400 gold onto Virtual Killers, which isn't a huge amount. Still able to come back from. Yeah, it's pretty much a tower essentially. Gnar laying down the damage onto Rise though. I wasn't expecting Gnar to be able to do this much damage that early.
Oh, the
But
double
Rise is
bubble
definitely-
coming out. The culling gonna follow up. See if we get anything out of that. No, but really a lot of damage coming through there. Could have easily come on to something there.
The gank up top. Looks like Wukong will bring out the ultimate. Rise is locked down.
And
It's just
Gnar
Nar's
lives for a
enough.
long time there. That's gonna leave Kha'Zix to pick 1 or 2. And it looks like it's gonna be 2 for Xerath.
that was yeah. Xerath's been struggling a little bit in the lane. I think that's gonna help him a lot. Xerath is a little bit weaker early, and as soon as he starts getting that mana items, that AP, scales like something.
Yeah, it clears the waves in one little shot, and it's beautiful. Oh,
Corky
binding
just making it out
range.
of range
Yeah.
of the Lucian. That Valkyrie from Corky timed it perfectly so that he wouldn't get hit with the star from the Ardent Blaze there.
So Xerath lays down some wards, so they can see when Bronze Krew kind of heading over towards Dragon. Heads back to base, both millionaires going back, so there's just going to be free CS sitting here. Bosco's going to pick some of that up in the mid. Let's see if we got any other action going on here. Gnar has that early Spectre's Cowl, so he can tank a bit of Rise's damage. So that should, and plus the percent damage from his W means he's going to be in a really good position right here, being able to live long enough against him.
We're seeing a little bit of CS discrepancy in the jungle, and that's just due to Wukong getting all the buffs off Kha'Zix. That's a little bit slower, where Wukong has had the luxury of.
Yeah, the earlier Elder Lizard, which helps with clearing a nice amount, so. As you can see, Rise trying to poke him down, but it's kind of just scraping his skin. We got Wukong coming in for the gank on mid lane. Dash is invisible, got the ult coming down. Aery's shockwaves the air, unfortunately. Distance can.
Now we're gonna see Xerath just do what he does best, just long range damage.
Just damage back and forth. No no kills, no finishers. Xerath keep laying on the DPS, but he's running out of mana, so we have to wait for his passive to pick it back up. Blue buff Rhino.
Xerath is able to use his 2 kills to get Athenes over top of Aery, so that's going to give him a lot more AP and a lot more mana, and should be able to push her out of lane, although Aery has been very, very strong laner in the right hands.
This game can definitely go either way right now. They're both tied at 16.2
16-2
in gold, and 5 kills apiece at 12 minutes here. No towers dropped. Definitely just farming it out. I mean, obviously some lanes are doing better than others, but it's pretty even across the board.
Yeah, it feels like they're aggressively trading, but at the same time they haven't been able to fully seal in the deal. That's a good shield. Kha'Zix in.
Yeah, the counter. Counter push.
Morgana flashes with Lucian to get the stun off.
And
Lucian
falls down.
Rise
The
is actually
TP
gonna
from.
pick up Morgana.
And here comes the Gnar coming in a bit late. It just means that they're easily going to run away from that one. Not quite at the point where they can. Well, they might be able to tower dive Rise here if they're very careful about it, but they might be remembering last time how that kind of went down.
Incoming Xerath ult.
1-2 there.
There it is.
They're picking up the kill.
Orianna and Wukong are coming around now. They might be able to try and sneaky wombo combo off, but it looks like they might just back off. We'll see if they convert this spotlight pressure.
Yeah. I think they're gonna try and go for the dragon.
There it goes. Pushing it down. They dropped the ward in there. Oh, the poke is too much. So they have to use the shockwave just to disengage. Dragon does start to heal a bit, but should be no problem for them to finish off. As Bronze
Looks
Krew's
like
kind of
Bronze
backing off.
Krew are just gonna leave it.
Yeah, the shockwave only landed on Corky. After that, it was like can't work much without the shockwave. Xerath is just it was good that Corky was able to peel off the side there and zone, so Wukong was able to stealth in and get the knockup off.
Nami might have to waste the flash on this one just to stay alive.
Dodges the binding though. I think she knows
And
now.
there she goes. Lucian couldn't quite make it in time in order to be the hero. he does have the Triforce completed now, so we're going to see that Power Spike we've been seeing the past couple games. Lucian has the 3 pieces for the Infinity Edge, not quite the final chunk. Still still 45 gold off of it, so he's going to have it now. Other than that, we're looking at an almost 30 CS lead in the top lane. Mid lane, Aery does have like a 25 CS lead, but Zer's 3 kills are going to counteract that and more. And we have Rise with the connect to disconnect.
You have to wonder if maybe Rise would be doing better. Like, we don't know what his lag is like, so he might not be performing up to what he normally performs at. But it looks like we're gonna start again. Just a quick little pause, just make sure Rise disconnect.
Yeah, I think it was 10 minutes of pause time allowed per game, unless their team's nice and friendly and doesn't mind. But I'm sure everyone's nice enough to let it go. He's back in action. Tower almost fallen top. Wukong runs into Kha'Zix. They both have pinks there, so neither of their invisibility is going to provide any use.
Looks like Gnar finally takes the second turret of the game. My apologies. And Xerath coming in with the long range.
Kha'Zix gonna finish that, lands the Void Spikes. Orianna ults herself. But looks like that might have just been a misclick for sure. Guess she thought it was elsewhere. Following down mid lane, Lucian gunning down, finishes off Xerath. And there's the distance and exhausts onto right into Lucian. That's the double kill, and he isn't stopping there. He sees Morgana. Distance coming out. Is that going to be a triple? Triple kill for Lucian.
Maybe.
Oh man.
The good response by Bronze Krew to collapse back on that after Kha'Zix went so deep chasing after Wukong. And then just good positioning by Lucian there. Get those kills.
All the while Corki just went bottom and took that bottom inner turret there.
Yeah, tier 2 falling down.
So yeah, so at least he was able to pick something up.
Yeah, mid for tier 2, it's hard to compare the values. Mid does open the map up a lot, whereas if you only kind of have the bot one taken, it's not going to be a whole lot of use because you can't really use that area to your advantage much because you can get easily collapsed on.
Yeah.
So.
Orianna going on Gnar.
Oh, and there's the bubble catches mid leap, and he actually burns flash. Oh, the Xerath, the artillery.
Could not dodge all the circles. She had the phosphorus bomb one side, Xerath on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xerath's got the blue up now, so he is full spam node. 40% CDR, full mana regen. It'll just spell. It'll such a long range that anyone for Bronze Krew has no way of like breaking back with him.
Oh. Wukong is down to one more shot.
Being dropped really low.
Yeah, you're gonna have to back the base on that one.
They are gonna have to fear Lucian though. He did pick up a lot of kills in mid. Be reckoned with.
Yeah, it's got that IE and Brutalizer done now, so it's gonna be hurt. So he'll excel if they end up in an all-in fight. Otherwise, the poke is gonna be too much, as we can see here. Nami dropped to nothing.
Yeah, Gnar's splitting up top too. You can always TP in. Get a sneak attack from behind if Bronze Krew really pushes out too much.
Looks like they might be going for the Wamba. No. Gonna use his ult on the Kha'Zix on the side. I was waiting for the Orianna ball delivery system onto Wukong there, but so we're not gonna be seeing that one.
Yeah, I think that's
Definitely
really the only way. I'll go ahead.
I was just thinking, just because it didn't seem like they communicated that well, because Wukong was off to the side and used his ultimate on the Kha'Zix, and the rest of the team just kind of stood and watched. I don't know if that was a misplay on Wukong or not very good
Yeah,
communication between that.
Yeah, we're seeing what the snare can do. As soon as you land that, everyone just throws the skill shots at it, and that person's just forced. Any poke comp, you just get that one person back, you can beat it.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a matter of can Ori push the wave hard enough, clear it without getting poked down too hard, or will they take it? And here the wave arrives.
Another binding, rocket, Q, straight up poke.
I think
yeah.
Yeah, tier
Bronze-
2.
I think Bronze Krew really just needs to throw out the wave in combination with Wukong ult. And with Wukong stealth, so he has like the wave can force them to get the slow, and the knockup, so Wukong has a better chance of getting in there. But again, they have the Morgana Black Shield to at least get one priority target out of there, and they use that use the mid pressure to go cycle the dragon. They've also just got top tower. Xerath is looking to go steal their blue right now. Yeah, Virtual Killer is just taking everything from this game. Yeah, if you're fighting against Pokemon, you have to try and get ahead early, or they'll just do this.
Yeah.
And there's the proc on the true damage, taking out Eyes. Kazak's taking blue for himself this time because Xerath got the steal on the other team, so there's getting the buff advantage now. So it's tier 2 taken for bot and mid now for Virtual Killers. Actually, and top as well, my bad.
Yeah, for top, yeah.
All three.
A little overextended here. They did have wards, but weren't able to react fast enough. Like it might be a double kill for a Bronze Krew. Actually going on Orianna. Probably for the best, since she has the most reliable wave clear. At least give her some more money. She already has the Athenes and last one. Hopefully she'll pick up the soon. Be able to counteract the Xerath wave clear and poke.
Yeah, and they can't. She's one of the ones that really do want the gold on mid lane there. The AP damage is going to be useful, and we can't forget that wombo combo that we're waiting to see.
Also, I really like Lucian's build. He went brutalized with Lucidity Boot, so he's getting that more CDR. He knows he's going to be having to dodge tons of skill shots this game, so it's even more important that he can get that dash up as soon as possible, and able to keep weaving that spells to keep getting his cooldowns, the dash cooldowns even more, as well as proccing his double shot. We haven't seen that too much with the new Lucian. Lucian got his nerfs, but
With the item builds, I noticed Morgana built Michaela's Crucible, which is definitely going to help out with any of that that stun from Rise or the bubble.
yeah, the Bronze Krew's already having to look at they're already having troubles with trying to lock down, get engaged on, and now they're just getting caught out.
BK got annihilated there in the bot lane. Little double bubble for fun.
Yeah, that was a 3-for-0 trade. Not really a trade, it was just 3-for-0 for DK.
3 for 0.
Disrespect for Morgana not backing.
Yeah, I got the confidence. Nami needs to finish that Crucible, considering the lockdown and poke that we're seeing from Virtual Killers. And that's first inhib for Virtual Killers. Looks
I hate to say it, but the Michaels might be a little too late to build, only for the sheer fact that Virtual Killers just took down their first inhib, so they've definitely got a really good control on this game.
Yeah, they needed it earlier on for sure.
Yeah.
So it looks like VK might need to back soon. Here we see the wombo combo, but it does land on 2 of them. Morgana had a nice binding to prevent Wukong from being able to move forward and capturing any more of them. And then the counterattack from Gorky. That was nice AoE. And here is our artillery. Will the 3rd shot land? Just barely off, but Gorky storms in there going for the triple. There's 2. one shot away. Will we see the ultimate coming through? Oh, flashes
Oh, with
it
the
out.
flash.
So Bronze Krew tried to take advantage of Virtual Killers just staying a little too long, but unfortunately, yeah, they did get the wobble couple off, but only on Gnar and Morgana. And they're just Xerath and Corki were just able to kite back, keep spamming the ultimate, keep spamming the Q, and with another good ultimate from Xerath, it just cleans up. Unfortunately for Bronze Krew.
At this point, we're looking at an 11k gold lead. Is going to be next next to impossible to pin this one up. They're going to have to be babysitting bot lane now with those super minions coming in, so that should lead to an easy Baron for Virtual Killers.
Virtual Killers has essentially the entire map to move around as they please.
Yeah, let's take a look at the differences in vision here. For Bronze Krew, they got one nice war on the Baron, and one or two on their side, but that's about it. And if we switch it over to BK, we can see that they've definitely got a lot more. They know their whole side's fine. They're starting to get one step around the perimeter of the Bronze Krew jungle. I would have expected to see them move a bit deeper and get like tons of D4s in their jungle so they know every single movement BK does. But I guess we'll see that moving forward a bit now that they've gotten all the turrets, so the jungles should definitely be theirs.
Okay.
Baron area is secured in vision for Virtual Killers, so let's see if they use this to their advantage to go for a pick. Well, blue buff being transferred onto Xerath first. I want to make sure they get that non-stop poke.
The other issue with the Bronze Krew is somewhat earlier in the game, so it's a little difficult for them to clear two waves to remains. Like definitely Lucian and Ryze could do, but then you have two dedicated people constantly clearing out the waves. Right now,
So Virtual Killer starts up the Baron, only for the sheer fact that Bronze Krew can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, Ryze is trying to come in, but he's going to be too late, and they ping him out.
Yeah, 10k gold lead at this point against the poke comp. It's very tough to get back. They're moving as a group so they don't get caught out. They have fairly decent vision against Bronze Krew, and they're just going to go get the free dragon.
So take everything on their way, and they'll. Oh, who do we clean up here? Just pushing them off, saying, "Hey, back off! This is our dragon. We'll take it." This is
Invitation.
okay. We're back in action. My apologies for that one, guys. Blue screen of death onto the computer. Looking like we've got a toaster going. For the future streams, I'm going to switch over and start using my desktop computer. I've been using my laptop, and I guess it's overheating. It's my best guess. I'll look more into it, but that seems like it's probably going to be the case. So yeah, the desktop should fare a lot better against the strain of streaming and doing all this processing at once. So sorry about that, but we're back in action here. Hopefully we didn't miss anything too exciting. Notice that mid hip is now down, and they're rotating on a bot lane. See if they can finish off the second one. Oh,
Xerath managed to live through all of that. Through Lucian's best attempts.
Just deleted. Looks like they're going to back off and grab the next. Make sure the next wave is with them. They do have the Baron, so the regen is going to be very handy. But looks like Xerath's going to head back since he was so low.
Yeah, we got Gnar coming in the top lane. I think he's just hoping to keep Dave up there. Just wait for his team to come and we'll just siege down that tower.
Yeah, unfortunately, Virtual Killers are kind of stuck with not a whole lot of options on what they can really do besides just set a base, clear a wave, wait for the inhibitors, then hopefully try and get a pick or two and make a play maybe. Their options are really limited right now. And when I came back, our overlay went to the wrong side. There we go.
So Bronze Krew
Yes.
is going to need to sit back and just hope to clear wave.
Welcome to Amateur Hour, folks.
Blame the toaster.
Blame the toaster, yeah, it's true. Toaster changed it, not me.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Oh.
See if we can get totes out of this.
Got shammed. There's drawn 4 people up there, but I guess there's not much else for VK to take.
I think VK is just kind of toying with Bronze Krew a little bit.
Got a Wukong ult into a Rise burst down of Zereth.
Zereth is down. Shockwave gonna miss, unfortunately. Looks like they're gonna have to disengage and watch their base because the Super Minions are pounded down pretty hard on it. VK knows that and they're keeping the pressure on. One's fallen down, Corki able to take that. Nars hitting on the second one. Meanwhile, Corki's taken out Oriana. They're pushing that. This is going to be the final push. That's going to be game 1 going to the Virtual Killers. Congratulations, Yakcob, on your perfect yes prediction.
Dude, I told you, Zereth counter. 100%. Yeah, I think after Zereth just picked up that double kill, he literally
became a monster. Yeah, you're right.
And the Gnar was just, I don't know if the Rise having leg issues, that might have been the reason why he fell a little bit in his guess. But yeah, Gnar was just TP bot lane, the perfect times, able to just snowball the game into the point where they got Zereth double kills, and after that, your poke is started. Get together, siege, win.
Yep, that's right. We'll see if they go with a similar strategy for game 2. See if they'll change it up, go for the same thing, what champs they'll select. We'll take a quick break before we see game 2. Any final comments from Don't Know before we head off?
Yeah, I mean, VK played that very well, just because of the fact that it looked like Bronze Krew had the better team fighting potential, but VK just had to wait for the right opportunities to get the good picks off. So it'll be interesting to see what Bronze Krew does. Maybe they'll ban the Zereth, or maybe they'll ban the Gnar. Maybe get a ban out of that, just because it looked like they weren't able to quite get a handle on dealing with some of these players on like Corki going 8-2 or Zereth. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, and it seems, BK did have a few mistakes early on, like that tower dive in bot lane, beating Lucian the double. But yeah, in the end, I really think Bronze Krew didn't utilize their wombo combo that as well as they could have. They didn't really chain it. I didn't see one good combo, so I think that's probably going to be the reason that they lost that game. That was the downfall. But regardless, we're going to head off now for the quick break, and we'll catch back with you guys in a few minutes here when we're looking for game 2. Alright, we're back here for the Champion Select for Game 2 of the Virtual Killers versus Bronze Krew. So let's see if we have any targeted bans from noticing from last game. We'll see maybe any Xerath ban come out, or if we'll just stick to the typical standards.
Well, they banned Syndra again, obviously fearing the Syndra mid. Not Virtual Killers, Morgana, Rammus. What they're gonna do with something, a diver comp where they don't want that black shield in there. We got a Janna ban for Bronze Krew. I guess Janna's been pretty strong recently. That shield is just so nasty. And then with the ult, of course, it's a powerful team fighting tool. We got a Kalia Virtual Killers banned out. Again, that's just frustratingly snowbally champion when it gets ahead. It's just... And then Bronze Krew bans Lucian.
So they're leaving the Xerath up. I wonder if that's because they're confident they can play against him next time. Are they gonna pick more an assassin mid lane, or are they gonna?
I think Virtual Killers has to go Corki. Or if they're choosing Kha'Zix first, then I would say just take Corki, force Virtual Killers into something else. Like we've only seen Corki and Lucian so far. I think so far in the whole tournament. Like the game last night, it was Corki Lucian.
Yeah, I believe so as well, actually. So.
Yeah, they're definitely the two strongest right now. Graves and Sivir are also pretty decent, but they're like kind of second tier next to Corki. We're seeing Maokai being hovered and Xerath being hovered again. I don't think they'll blind pick Xerath.
But they're gonna do it. I know we saw LeBlanc hover last time. Don't remember which team that was on. So maybe we'll see LeBlanc come out to play against that Xerath and see if they can shut him down.
Ash has also been a bit of a... Nah, it looks like they're going for Twitch.
Twitch is definitely an amazing team fight if they can babysit him through that early stage.
Yeah. Not just that, but maybe too. Yeah, I think Corki would be the best option. I know, yeah. They cycle through, they're obviously having discussions too. Yeah, they lock in the Corki, lock in the Thresh. And I think, yeah, definitely picks Thresh, Lantern, Kha'Zix, jumping, resets, and Corki's incredible burst as well as poke. And the poke also takes away from the Xerath, making Bronze who's probably not gonna go. Like I don't. Their AD carries have provided decent poke. Not the wave players, I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
Maokai hasn't done too well in this tournament. I guess he did fairly well in the game with last game between apparently this is a very good Thresh player, according to our Twitch chat.
The reports are in.
People are excited, so I'm excited. I want to see the Thresh now.
The crowd hype gets us going. Let's see some of those hooks against the legendary Nami that Brendan had last game. He was lining up bubbles left, right, and center, which means some definitely strong early plays. So we'll see if Kato, sorry, my apologies, Juri, if they can that Thresh can outplay.
Yeah, lock in the Jinx. Not the most mobile champion, but she does kind of fit into poke comp. She can clear waves pretty well, and of course the rocket and the lockdown as well. The longer range from her Q with her waves and poke down towers pretty decently. And of course the Nami for sustain works really well. Harvard Irelia, very interesting choice. Again, very good with picks, and also very strong in lane. Should be able to abuse the Maokai once she gets a few levels on her belt. Hype, yes. The hype is real.
Oh,
the Veigar lock-in.
This is what we've been waiting for.
I think Xerath counters Veigar pretty hard. Xerath can just farm very well. Veigar needs to be a little bit closer to be able to land his spells, but to lock in Veigar into Xerath, I think shows this guy is very comfortable. If you're good with Veigar, you can destroy. That stun is very, very good, and his burst is just out of control. I think, and again, really good pick comps because he brings all the damage to that team. Not quite as mobile as some of the other guys, but we'll see how Bronze Krew responds. However, in the Wukong, Wukong brings a lot of lock-up teamfight. Again, if they manage to get the Nami wave into the Aerith, however, it will work now. Work could be a good choice for picks. The lockdown and Aery's jungle, please. Oh, is it Aery's jungle?
Might
Yeah, it is.
might be seeing the Maokai jungle though, with the Darius top. Sorry to burst the bubble, but we can see what we get. Yeah, there it is.
That's actually a really good counter to Aery. Aery is very weak early. She gets a little better when she gets her ult. She gets a lot better when she her W is max and she has her Trinity Force. But Darius is just a snowball super hard. You can see he's taking Ignite over Teleport, which he is doing for just absolute lane dominance. And also he can stomp lane with Irelia and be able to jump on Veigar and just shut him down really quick.
I'm actually really excited to see how the Veigar versus Xerath matchup.
Yeah, see if Fire can get close enough, to reach in there and lay down his combo, or if he tries to run up and get stunned. So it's gonna be tough.
I think he's gonna have a little bit of a problem. I think Veigar's gonna have a problem up against Xerath until 6. Then right when 6, I think he'll be able to sort of poke back and might be able to get Xerath a few times.
Yeah. Also, another thing to note is that he's running Ignite again on Veigar, which is interesting. I think again, I guess it helps him get those few kills to let him start snowballing because Veigar's a very snowball champion. But I think Xerath could just clear waves where Veigar. I'm not too familiar with Veigar, unfortunately. I know Veigar's W can clear waves pretty decently, but he runs boom.
I've played a lot of them, but I mean, if he can farm with his Q, like if Xerath doesn't poke him back enough, and he's farming with his Q, you'll keep building up that AP. And then I think he ran the Ignite because a lot of times, I know for myself when I play Veigar, if your opponent's always getting away with a little bit of health.
Yeah.
And so that Ignite can pick up a kill, yeah.
But yeah, so what is Veigar's wave clear like? Is it very good or is it somewhat passable? Because he's gonna need to clear a lot of waves against Xerath.
I mean, what I'm assuming he's gonna go is go Q and then into stun, and then he's gonna get the W sort of, the W which is his dark matter sort of. He may get it as his level 3 or his level 4, but I mean, the wave clear can be like as the game goes on, wave clear he'll be able to just drop wave after wave, because the dark matter will just kill the entire wave.
Yeah, that's definitely be an interesting matchup that we'll look forward to. In the bot lane we got Jinx, Nami versus Thresh, Corki. I think that favors Corki and Thresh a lot for. I mean, Jinx and Nami gonna be a bit on the back pedal. Like Nami's very good at being just support the heal back up, throw bubbles to disengage.
I haven't seen Jordy play Thresh, so I don't know how good he is. But from Twitch chat, I mean, it says that they're excited for it, right? But I don't know.
We're basing all our knowledge of Noble Asian, but I feel he's reliable. He did say, "Oh my God, capitals." They let Jordy have Thresh. Thresh was banned last game, wasn't he?
I don't think so. I think he just didn't get picked.
No. He had Thresh last game.
No, Jordy played Morgana.
Oh yes. Guys, it's been a few games, guys. I'm sorry about this.
They all merged together.
I have a feeling that if, because I mean, Brendan was really, really good on his bubbles last game. Landed some key bubbles that if they go for a tower dive, if Jordy gets the hook, I mean, if Brendan can land those bubbles, he might be able to sway the lane a bit by picking up a few kills that he wouldn't normally get.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. Urf and a Corky loving the skin choices here. So if we go over predictions for game 2. So last game we had the 2 versus 1. We were doubting, but in the end Yakcob was right. But what do we got for game 2? Yakcob, what's your call? What's your prediction on who's gonna take this one?
Again, I think the Viger, like running Ignite on Viger, just seems like the guy's confident he's playing Viger. We've seen his Aerzy play. I think he's a very he's obviously diamond levels. He's obviously like super low, where he's the most highly talented person in this game. I think Darius can just snowball and do something unstoppable. And Jinx is decent, like pretty strong late game. Zera's pretty strong late game. Maokai jungle is very decent on ganks. I want to Bronze Krew. And I love the Nami bubbles last game. Those are really good. I want to see more of those. But you don't know.
You know, last game I thought Bronze Krew and he thought Virtual Killers, and you know, I'm feeling the Virtual Killers on this one. The Corky's just been strong all night in every game we've watched, and I mean, I'm interested to see if they're going to be able to handle the Vigar pick. And I mean, I'm giving it to Virtual Killers.
You know what? I'm going with you. Don't know, and against you, Yakcob. I think the Virtual Killers are gonna take this one. The Viger hype is real. There's no way around it.
I don't think yes, Brendan's just got the bubbles to make the plays, but I just don't think that. I don't think it's gonna be enough, honestly.
Yeah, not doubting Bronze Krew. I think they're really strong. Evidently, I'm just
exactly.
You know, just for fun, just random. This Viger, I'm hoping to see. I think the odd pickups. They're fun to watch. And right away, and there's
the bubble lands.
There's the walls there that get stuck. Burns the flash early, already dropping down. That's first blood onto Aurelia. Some action in the verse game.
So I really got the kill, which is going to help mediate her weakness level 1 a little bit, help her get to that lower Darius's low one. We can see a little bit of all chat speaking in there. Always good to know these guys are having a good time and fun. We've had
it was definitely a better trade there for the. I mean, obviously for Virtual Killers. I mean, Vigar blew Ignite and Thresh blew the Flash, but then Vigar's gonna have an easier time because Xerath now has Flash down for a good amount of time.
Yeah, so if Vigar gets close enough, then he's gonna run out of escapes. So
I mean, because of that altercation right there, Vigar was forced to start the stun. That just means that he won't, obviously, the level 2 won't have his Q, which will make it. I mean, at level 1, it's not too bad. So he'll just have to last hit without it.
Yeah, I don't think Vigar's been doing much really. I think he's just hoping to at best hope just farm up. And get strong. So we saw Aery's taking her first blood eventually into straight up boots, because a little bit more mobility is going to give him. There's a little bit harder time just trading with him with Aery properly. Also, like the more trades, like if they could do even trades like that, that works out well in Aery's favor because she has so much built-in sustain with a W as soon as she gets it, which she might do level 2. She might go Q level 2 if she thinks she can get the kill. But of course, Darius has the Ignite, so that's gonna be. We gotta see her first gank.
So they're taking advantage of Xerath not having the flash, and that's gonna. Not be a kill.
Flashes for it, and he gets it.
Flashes for it.
The danger game, the under tower at level 2. Though the tower chunks you. That's
Oh,
gonna
and
be
down bottom, it looks like Jinx is gonna pick up the kill on Corky.
Yeah.
missed that one on the
Fresh
camera.
was not
Sorry.
able to get level 2. That's alright.
I think
Fresh
that's
was
very
not
good.
able to get the level 2.
Yeah. I think it's very good for Jinx. Oh, what do we got up here?
The Maokai gank coming in, plus the Darius tons of damage. That's going to be the end of Aurelia. So, had the lead with the early kill, but now it's a kill for both sides.
Bronze
Darius
Krew
is
definitely turning that around.
Yeah, they lost the mid, but they definitely
Losing the mid and
Darius-
picking up a kill in top and bottom.
Fortunately, I was able to TP back in, so she won't miss too much experience. But we already see a little bit of a CS lead just from that kill on top lane. I think top lane's gonna be the one thing to look at if we're looking for Bronze to win. And then we're gonna see how Maokai ganks happen, which Viger is very easy to gank if let to shove in. Which if he's gonna stack his Q, the Xerath might want to let him actually shove up to make him easier to gank. Whereas once you lock down Viger, like the chains you see from Xerath and Maokai, you won't be able to escape that. And Viger has no more flash anymore. So
The
this
one
works
thing
out
with the Maokai ganks, however, is just the Vigar stun. I mean, the cooldown on it is not super long. It's about, at level 1, it's about like 17 seconds.
We're seeing a little bit of action up top. Darius is going in and Cass is coming for a gank. Maokai was there for hoping to counter, but I guess he decided to move it. Unfortunately, yeah. Lane again hits by the stun. Tons of damage.
Stun's done in both ways though. That was actually ended up to be a fair trade. Bot lane, we did have some action as well. We had Nami landed the bubble, and as we saw before, so leading up to trade both ways. Looks like Kazi is coming in for the gank onto the Xerath. The stun is down, jumps right in, knows the flash is gone, so has no reluctancy to jump right in at him, and that's gonna be Xerath falling down, leaving our Viger 2-0 with a CS lead.
They're definitely making it a point to stay on that mid lane, make sure that they can't get ahead on that Xerath whatsoever.
Yeah, and with Viger stumbling too, it's gonna be much harder. And he's already managed to go back, buy his codex, come back to lane, get another kill. He's probably gonna go back and, I would assume, go for that DFG first. And even then, top lane, like what I said, like if you're looking for Bronze Krew to win, you're looking for top lane to snowball. Irelia already has a CS advantage. She's already starting to hit her level 6 power spike. As you can see there, she just did a fairly even trade, and even then she's going to be able to sustain back up because her W sustain is just massive. Or gets massive once it's maxed. Kazak's doing a bit of counter jungling. Or it looks like, I think did he clear? Nah, blue wasn't up yet.
Oh, just came for a visit.
Place any wards down. I guess he's trying to look for Maokai, hoping to get an early fight. Well, Maokai's not super tanky. Just use the isolation damage to try and generate something for his team. Trade a little bit bad here. If he can hit that 6, it's not gonna look good.
Oh, it finishes it off. Aurelia 6, Darius 5 manages to get the kill. I'd say that's pretty huge for Darius. He was starting to fall behind CS, so it's kind of essential that he picks that up in order to be able to stay in his lane.
I don't think Aurelia was really expecting that play from Darius, just because the flashed, I can't remember exactly what it was. Anyways, but he flashed, finished it off. I think she figured that he's gonna be able to make it out alive.
Another gank on the mid, like not quite as coordinated this time, but still good effort keeping that pressure up. I really just almost make it back to top tower now. The wave should be shoved to her tower, so she won't miss too much. But again, Darius is now got 2 kills. He will start being able to. At this point, I think he is going to start snowballing a little bit now that his ultimate helps secure those kills even more.
Viger actually went for the tier.
Yeah, the mana regen really helps
yeah.
Vigar, just because of the fact that he really, by last hitting with his Q, he's getting more AP. Really dependent on his mana, and if you don't have much mana, you're gonna just be easily gold.
And we got a TP coming in from Aurelia.
TP bottom.
Beautiful
wow, that chain
chompers.
CC there. Yeah, Yeah, the double
Bronze
bubble
Krew
into
knew
the
what was
well.
up.
Get a little bit of tower damage, but I don't think it'll be worth it. See why they don't just pressure Dragon now, because Darius can't TP down.
Yeah, and Jinx stops the back on Aurelia, so top lane is free for Darius to catch up with Zis. Deny the minion wave or two from Aurelia. Oh, and Viger lands the fair portion of the combo, enough to chunk him down just below half. Backlight off to the side.
He used the ult. Doesn't have stun up for another 5 seconds here, so got the lockdown on him.
Will it be enough damage? The Ignites drops. Oh, Viger does pick up one of the kills. Gotta play Juke City here. 1, 2, 3. Dodges it out. Will he dodge the Q? And he dodges the Q. Kha'Zix comes in, tries to finish. One shot away, pops the old flash. That's the Q on it. Now he's left alone.
That was
Darius
very well played by Vigar.
dunks
Caught
down.
Maokai in the
Kha'Zix.
stun because Maokai was walking in and out of tower range. Caught Maokai in the last second of the stun. Took 2 extra tower hits before going down.
And Darius picked up another kill, hoping to snowball. What we've seen so far is that Viger has been perfectly fine dealing with his Aerith range, with those max range stuns. Again, this guy probably has tons of experience on Viger. You've seen him just always hit with the stun at just the right moment. Overall, very overwhelming champion for person who knows how to.
I was definitely expecting Xerath to hit the... I'm pretty sure if he hit one more of the ultimate there, he would have killed Vigar, which would have helped Xerath a lot, because he only got the Chalice of Harmony there, and 4 deaths on him, and some wards.
1 pre-game and then the 3. Looks like Maokai's coming around. Maybe we'll see if he can make something happen. He's gonna be spotted out by that pink though. Let's see if it's still enough time for
Maokai's
them to
going
react.
bottom, Kha'Zix is looking up top.
Oh, and the bubble
That
lands,
bubble.
wave, exhaust, everything dropped immediately. The Valkyrie goes.
They're going in onto Corki.
Didn't quite hit the chompers, but still tons of DPS.
They're actually gonna get out of that one. And surprisingly, they actually blew a lot onto that with really not much in return. Sure,
That was
Still
very
have a
well
Jinx
played
rocket,
by
Kha'Zix mid
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
There's
mid.
the wall. Can't go anywhere without around that. And there's a Rampage for Viger. And with solid hook off by Thresh.
Oh, the
Poke
damage is
down.
just
Valkyrie
coming
is
out.
over, looking to finish it off, but is not able to. So left dueling Jinx. And
Oh,
Leapon
the
Jack gets
damage
it.
from the phosphorus bomb.
Jinx didn't get her rocket off. She was, of course, the cast time is a little bit longer, so it was debated whether to keep auto. Oh, we got Kaz coming for a gank. Yeah, I think if Jinx fired off the rocket, maybe one more auto attack sooner, she could have picked up at least that 1 kill.
The problem was
Top lane.
earlier Nami got much damage done that she wasn't able to help out. If she could drop 1 heal onto Jinx without dying, that probably would have got Corki killed. And now there's the
We're seeing
rocket
some
sailing
clutch
down
rocket.
mid lane.
Oh,
boom,
trying to
it's
pick up on
Corki.
timing bit off, but that would have been amazing. I would have to highlight reel that one for sure. We're seeing a lot of wards down by Bronze Krew in the Dragon area, so it looks like they might consider making a first move for it. They're something that they're gonna need. Their gold, they're already falling behind. Just over 2k first turret drop in tops, and now it's almost 3k global. So that's gonna be a problem. If Viger can just burst down Xerath right away, that could lead to a free dragon. So they need to coordinate something in order to get it.
Try to hit that touch bubble just a little bit out of range. We are seeing though
So
that
I-
Xerath, even though Xerath is very far behind, he could just keep shoving the wave in, just keep Viger trapped in the lane so he can't roam and get these crazy burst off where ahead he is.
Vigar's been able to farm 52 extra AP from his Q.
Oh, the burst is huge.
That-
Aurelia's
that
gonna hop in
definitely
there
shows.
and try and finish that off, and she's gonna get it. There's
Oh,
flat
Darius
jumps in
pulls
there
her
to
right
finish
back
her off.
in.
Oh,
Oh, the Darius damage is real.
double dunk. He's running. The stun coming down. Will the bleed is? Will that be enough? It will not. Kha'Zix got
It
the
will
shutdown.
not.
That's next to 407
Tiger
gold.
walking away with 60 health.
Yeah. The Virtual Killers just knew what to do, how to take advantage of Zera's low mobility and Viger's very powerful stuns and burst.
Jinx going pretty low in the
Great.
bot lane, about half, all with the Nami heal.
We're actually seeing a bit of a CS difference too.
Across the board, it's definitely
Crash
looking
making that.
quite a lot better for the Virtual Killers here.
Thresh using that
Yeah, we're seeing-
Tarragon's advantage.
Yeah, so it's about 30 CS on top of Jinx for Corki.
Yeah. Those Corki rockets can really hurt. Again, if Corki doesn't have his Trinity Force finish, they can tons of damage, just give him tons of lane control.
Yeah, he's hurting now, but just wait.
Reset potential on Bronze Krew is actually pretty high between Darius's ult and oh, we got a hook.
And bubble into Thresh keeps safe for a second, but that's Corki sitting there hammering down on Jinx. Could not save none of that one. That's gonna be
Maokai flashing after Aurelia with no mana left to do
Ooh.
anything.
we missed a nuke.
Viger has become unstoppable.
You know,
That guy's just walking around.
the hype was real.
It was very real. I didn't think the ban was worth it in the first game, but proving me wrong. 5-0-4 with 109 CS at 15 minutes. Definitely gonna have to watch out for the rest of the game because
Yeah,
Gonna
one
hurt.
misstep, one blind bush, and you are gone. There's a stun, both
Blind
equal
stun.
length though, so.
Dareth landing that stun probably saved his life, even though Vigar's ult was down for another 50 seconds.
Yeah, we see the damage that one Q just put on his Aery. He's popping health pots after that one.
Yeah.
Now Darius coming down mid lane, maybe hoping to give a little bit, land a little bit of hand. Another
Oh,
gank on
there
the
goes-
flash the stun.
Zareth having to flash to get out of that one. Unfortunately, Vigar's stun's gonna come up a lot sooner than that flash, so he's just gonna wait till next time.
Yeah, we got tons of pings coming out here for half the Virtual Killers. They're pinging out near the dragon. And they've just rushed it. Just like that, Zareth ult is actually out of range, so that's going to be a free pickup for them.
Guess the best thing they got out of that.
Flash stun to Zereth.
And the
Oh,
hook.
flash hook! There it is.
Flash
And they
hook
burst him
onto
down
Darius.
right away. Kha'Zix barely makes it out. Sitting at 20 health. The rocket blocked by the
and Thresh
blocked by the
taking
Thresh
that.
and Aurelia, yeah, tanking it for the team.
Alright, I feel a little
But
bad.
yeah.
Earlier we said when the bot lane had a little bit of advantage and the Thresh was making impact. The Thresh is now 0-0-4. So he's definitely been very decent Thresh. The flash hook was also very nice.
So,
And the double stun.
oh, just absolutely
The
deleted.
Vigar damage is just too real.
Yeah, you got a late game hyperscaling champion, and at 16 minutes in, he's got 7 kills. Like, you have, like, I felt that Virtual Killers had a much stronger late game with at least Viger and Aurelia for the reason. Even if Viger doesn't, like, fully burst another stun.
And yet you still picked Bronze Krew.
I wanted to see the Darius win and carry and stomp and do Darius things, but fortunately I really got that
He
early
was doing
kill.
Darius
and-
things.
He tried, but I feel like the Kha'Zix was very good. Like, the camp up ganked him a couple times, tried to get Aurelia past her awkward, like, ugly swan phase, and into when she comes to good, absolutely crushes everyone. She's
But-
not quite at 30 force now, but she's got a Bill's water.
I mean, the game's not over. There's still lots that could happen.
Yeah, Darius, he did have a pretty decent start, but now that he has the Ravenous, what's he gonna be able to do against Viger? Nice hook on Thresh. to ensure the kill on Maokai, so that's one going down. Jinx gonna have to make a run for her life. Valkyrie and Kha'Zix's gonna clean that one up.
That was just I really liked how Aery just like totally abused the vision. Like I thought she for sure was seen, but she must just out of vision just there where she sat behind the wall to start all that off.
And looks like the siege is gonna continue as they're pressing down and hip turret 18 minutes into the game. Wonderful to see a counter punch by Bronze Krew, but the nuke.
Oh.
There's trying to break down by
But exactly.
Aery is gonna live with 23 health.
Got to make a quickly make a run for as they ran out of minions there, but
fortunately, yeah, Bronze Krew was able to pick up Xerath this time, so tons of wave player was able to just clear wave enough where they didn't lose tower. Lost a few people though, so. Oh, Rocket!
Oh,
so...
the Rocket. Jake's almost getting the shutdown gold onto Vigar.
we're sitting at a 10k gold lead 19 minutes in. That is massive.
I find it interesting that Vigar went with Rabadons over DFG. Rabadon's versus, it's alright, but of course the Rabadon's builds off of the AP that you already have, so they make much more impact than at least second item or something third.
Yeah, I guess he's looking to be able to do damage across the board instead of just a single target, just for the extra bit of bonus AP for everyone. And at this point, he can
figured that.
Yeah, he can nuke everyone anyways. So the DFG would just be useful for, I guess, Maokai or something like that. But that's not the target he's totally really concerned with.
Do you know who Darian is?
Yeah.
You're the Legendarian. He always kept saying is if you're ahead, you could buy any items and you'd still win. And then I think it was the game versus the Wolves where he picked up. Evolved at the wrong time. Pop slash jump and ult.
Nice load.
Nicely played.
Yeah, it slowed right after Deus flashed in there and denied him his kill he was looking for. Meanwhile, there's the wall onto Maokai. He jumps to the back line. Hopefully, Xerath laying down some nice damage, hitting multiple targets, but it's not going to be enough. Not enough follow-up available. Got a few minions. They're going to try and push down mid again. Jinx off to the side. Aurelia going ham by herself. That's going to be the end of that one. Jinx is getting excited. That's reset number one. Going for. Oh, it's the wall.
Into this time.
Flashes for
flashes it.
Jinx does have rocket available.
Oh.
And the zapper does land. That's the slow. And there's the rocket pulled it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow. Jinx just barely making it out of that one alive.
And that was what, two skills landing from
Come in.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's the reset.
Jumps in, forces the flash out of Xerath. That's going to be a double kill.
Then he jumps out of the way of Darius.
Just when Bronze Krew thought they had a nice kill or two coming their way, just got slammed right back down by Virtual Killers.
So that might have been the most
very
calculated
nice play.
Do you remember when Kha'Zix evolved his wings at the bottom, and then Darius started chasing him, so Darius burned flash?
Yeah.
I feel that was calculated just for that one thing. Where so if Darius had flash, he would have flashed in right there before Kha'Zix could like jump away and would be able to stall him. But since Darius didn't have flash, Kha'Zix would just jump away and then use second ult charge to just run away.
Next level foresight we're talking about.
Kha'Zix jumping over to get that ward.
Still maintaining that 10k lead. Gonna rotate on over to Dragon up in 10 or so seconds. Bronze Krew still sitting at their base waiting to be stormed upon, so it shouldn't be too much of a contest. You're with the disrespect laugh there.
Kills being 21-8 for Virtual Killers with a 5-0 tower lead. Bronze Krew has just not been. Yeah.
5 of those kills have been on Darius, who unfortunately kind of falls off later game as these. 5 of those kills are on Darius for the Bronze Krew, and Sneaky Baron.
Yeah.
Baron. Virtual Killers are like waiting for the creep wave to come. They realize they just have to force this or else.
Yeah, looks like they saw to the war. They saw they were heading over there, so instead they're saying, "Hey, well, you might be doing that, but maybe we can take an inhib turret at least." They did pick up the Baron easy, no problem.
Picked up the Baron, but lost 2 towers for it.
Potentially the inhibitor too, because virtual killers can stay here. They have what it takes in order to fight this.
Jinx
Malphite's
being dropped
going
really
ham.
low.
Everything is
Malphite's
being
going
forced
ham
out.
with no one else in there.
But they managed to peel off and snag the Vagar.
Yep, it was a
Now
1-for-1
Jinx is
trade.
here. And
If you don't
save
count
inhibitor.
towers or Barons, it was a better trade, I'd say, for Bronze Krew picking up the kill on the Vigar.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the 2 towers is going to mean a lot. Someone can just easily backdoor that now, or they can even just siege it at this
That's
point.
right, though.
So the valuation
The
on that
kills
is
were a
huge.
better trade for Bronze Krew, but the objective-wise, Virtual Killers took the advantage there.
Yeah, they managed to pick up the Baron buff, which, I mean, it might help them in the team fight coming up, or it might help them try and stay alive a bit longer in a dragged on team fight, but not entirely sure if that's going to be enough to have a saving chance.
Yeah, I'm not sure, just because Virtual Killers is so far ahead. They have a 12k gold lead onto Bronze Krew. So, I mean, that's a lot. Vigar now picking up the DFG.
Look, he's working on
Against-
Zonia's too, which means not much
Yeah.
chance of catching him out.
Against a Xerath who's got an Athene's, a Blasting Wand, and a Amplifying Tome. Probably looking for that Void Staff.
And of course, we're commenting on the Vigar because he's super exciting. And, like we love seeing him just burst on champions. But Irelia also has 6 kills, and so does Kha'Zix. They're also like pretty big monsters. Like you see, Irelia has some Trinity Force. She's in her power step mode, and she's probably just gonna still push top for the rest of the game.
That is true. I like focusing on the Vigar pick because it is it's a different pick. Not one you see every game. But yes, you are right. I mean, the entire VK team is just doing
They're all
phenomenal
really far ahead.
against their opponents here.
Yeah, even if you dive the Vigar, the Irelia is gonna dive your backline, Cat's gonna dive your backline, and they're gonna get resets. They're gonna do just constant damage. Vigar could probably just burst down the tank.
Oh, there goes Nami.
Vigar.
Oh, flat.
Oh, the legend went out, but he lives.
Oh, that's
we're
going to
seeing
be
it.
the end of Vigar to quickly like that with the Xerath ult. Darius was putting on a lot of damage there, going for the resets. Aurelia falls really quickly. Jinx has to burn the flash to escape. If Corki's going to be a bit careful with the Xerath coming through.
1 for 2, again, a very good trade. I guess it does get Baron off 2 of Bronze Krew's members, but again, those are the kind of trades they need, where they just come out that slightly bit ahead, just hoping to catch up. And even though I did say earlier that Virtual Killers have a better late game with the Vigar, Jinx is also very good late game, where Corki is not as so much. And Xerath is also very good late game, where Vigar is excellent, where I believe Corki and Irelia fall off a little bit in the late game. They put out damage, but Irelia plays a little bit vulnerable, and Corki just doesn't quite have the straight up AD steroids that other AD carries have. And Kha'Zix is very strong late game.
I think Virtual Killers would have came out on top of that fight if Vigar wasn't up as far as he was. To begin
He
that,
didn't-
he was up
If he didn't
really
get the
far,
Nami, he would have
and yeah, he dropped the stun onto Nami, so that means he didn't have the stun. At this stage of the game, the stun it's on like a 16-second cooldown. Didn't have the stun for when they engaged right after, which pretty much cost him his life essentially, because he had no way of stopping anything that was potentially going to kill him.
Yeah, forced them to pull up a bit further than they wanted to, so got stuck out. Looks like they're doing the bot siege again, round 2 this time. Hopefully they can manage off some better positioning and not get Darius jumping in there and hacking him to bits.
The Baron buff is now
Darius picked up some armor, which I'm not quite sure is the most appropriate thing. That's Kazakhstan, I really
And there's the
Damiel
engage.
goes down, Maokai goes in. Maokai just gets bursted down.
Viger gets
goes down
deleted
to
again.
Xerath.
Darius gets 2 resets before heading out himself.
2 for
Definitely
2 right
double
now.
Yeah, so that's a 2 for 2.
And I don't think there's going to be much more happening.
Yeah, this one look to see if they can finish off this inhib. They've been going for the past 5 minutes or so, just trying to get this taken out. They have gotten the heal on the other side though, and Jinx is charging in. If she gets the reset, this could be catastrophic
gets
for
hooked.
Bronze Killers, and nope, she's gone.
Get up. Kaz gets 3 sets going.
Kazakhs. I
Looks
don't
like they
think
might-
he'll pick up the.
Trash hack is real. Solid hook to pick up Jinx. And good lantern to just dodge the. I don't think the Xerath Q would have killed him, but definitely would have.
We like to imagine to it. Keep it interesting.
Darius went for a Void Staff second, just hoping to get that little extra bit of damage. Because he's not going to get that much money, so he's going to know. But he knows he can get levels, so may as well get the extra magic pen on this flat damage. Kaz's going, finally getting some tank items. Probably needed at this point in the game, but again, so much damage through that penetration. He's just going to be. Finds anyone by themselves, they're just gone. Maokai, again, prioritizing armor over MR. Maokai's probably not the target of Viger, I guess, so. Probably better idea. Sunfire's a bit better for clearing. Randuin's is probably better for the Aery attack speed, or I guess Kazakh's straight damage. Jinx actually going for Mercury Treads. Probably respecting the CC Virtual Killers can put out.
Yeah, she's still actually struggling to finish her second main item. She got the chunks for the sack shield, the 30 minutes into the game, only 1 completed main item. It's kind of a struggling. Looks like the Baron's back up and they're starting to clean her out. And they can see it being done. Let's see what their reaction is to this.
I don't think Virtual Killers is going to leave that Baron. Well, obviously they're going to take it right now. But if they were to
Oh,
leave that
pulls
Baron,
Viger
I
over the
don't
wall,
think
burning the
they would
flash, the
do it.
dunk over the wall somehow. Flashes over to follow through.
Gets the Baron. Oh, Kazakh just nails it. Jinx picks up another kill.
Bosco, good smite to pick that up.
That was
But-
also very good for Bronze Krew, getting 2 of the bigger members of Virtual Killers dead before the Baron went down.
Gonna keep him safe for the next minute. After that, though, the rest of the team still does have Baron on the other side.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, 2 kills is not really worth Baron. But we'll see
Well,
what else.
it's not the
what
2
advantages
kills,
they
it's
can
just
take.
as at least Vigar and Irelia don't have the Baron before them.
Yeah, and it is time, which is what they need right now. Stall it to late game, get everyone itemized, finish her off. That Darius pull through the wall though was really respectable. That was a nice watch.
Guy plays Darius. That Xerath did like little damage to Kazakhs. Kaz doesn't have any MR either. Darius, yeah, definitely feeling this is an example of how far behind the Bronze Krew are.
But they ain't quitting there, holding it.
So another interesting thing is since they're fighting, Bronze Krew's fighting so far in their base all the time, Darius can always get that home guard proc.
Okay. So,
We're back. Toaster strikes again.
my poor planning, I didn't realize that this laptop would not hold up for 4 games in a row of streaming.
Clutch hook.
That's gonna be the end of that guy.
Oh, Trophy taunt. Trophy taunt. There it is. Shut down. They've actually had a bit of a kill streak going on there. Yeah, the game was just too exciting, so his computer just couldn't handle it. Sorry about this.
Basically, Virtual Killers pushed up bot lane. There was a back and forth trade. Guys going down each side. Ended up being a 2-for-3 trade in favor for virtual killers. Plus, they picked up the inhibitor. And are now sitting at a 24k gold lead? No. Not right.
Yeah,
Numbers.
about that much, sure.
Math.
Numbers.
they've expanded their lead.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a lot.
16, got it. Interesting enough, Viger has not gotten a single kill. He's actually just died 6 times in a row. So the Viger taunt is real, but luckily his teammates are also able to pick up the kills. So as Bronze Krew's died on this Viger as expected, because Viger is annoying like that, his other team, he's able to do enough damage to his team to get like clean up after it.
Yeah.
Bronze Krew's hanging in there. We're at 36 minutes now. And
Yeah, Virtual Killers hasn't been able to close it out yet. Taking this slowly, clean up some nook accounts, gonna group up and see if they can maybe get mid or top, or maybe focus up for the Baron. It's up in 45 seconds.
yeah, a little early to say comeback, but something's happening, guys. There's hope.
They're taking the right steps, that's for sure. They're just stalling. Got the GA onto Kazakhs. That's gonna be a bit of a nuisance for sure. He's also sitting at almost 3k health now.
Actually, Kaz is full build.
Yeah.
Pretty scary when someone's full build and your jungler really only has like 3 made items. Or your 80 carry only has 2.
Looks like they found the tank in the wall. Got the follow flash from Corky. We got jumped on, not gonna be enough. That's gonna finish that. So we got the jungler down for Bronze Krew, one of their biggest tanks. This could be an issue. Viger is still storing up there. They might just take Baron instead. Yeah, let's see, that's what they're gonna go for. They have 35 seconds without Maokai, so it should be no contest. Oh, Aurelia finds the pick.
Xerath kind of giving himself away with the ultimate.
Yeah, he really realized something was up. Looks like the mid siege is coming on here. The nice hook by Thresh. Looks like they're gonna tank this tower. No time to waste. Minions finally show up, and they're gonna take this one, take down the second inhibitor. Super minions just arrived in the bot lane, so Jinx is actually having to hammer on those. And they might be looking to end it right here. Still got 27 seconds till Xerath's up, and they're pressing down on the first and hit tower.
There's one
Nexus tower
gone. Going on to Nami.
Makai's jumping in,
Despite
trying to make
all
something
that's
happen, but that's being 1v5. They're getting picked out. Aurelia's zoning them off. Corky's just been able to hit that last tower. And open Nexus, they're firing down. Inhibitor is not going to come back anytime soon. Nice hook on the side by Thresh to keep Jinx out of the fountain, and that's going to be ending the game. That's going to go game 2 to Virtual Killers, going 2-0 in this series. Well, they dragged it on, took a bit of time, but they ended up with the win. The Viger hype turned out to be true. Thresh hype also turned to be true. Tons of key hooks. That was a good series. I do have to say, good job to Bronze Krew for sticking in there. Comeback almost there. You know, 10, 20 more minutes could have been yours. Yakcob, any comments?
Yeah, it was a pretty good game overall by Virtual Killers. Again, like everyone just did very well. Like the Kazakhs 2 deaths, Corky 2 deaths, Thresh 1 death, and like the Irelia had like 12 kills. Very, very stomp, very aggressive. Also, props to Xerath for managing to dance. Final screen. Excellent. Always appreciate the little things, guys. Game fun. Yeah, Bronze Krew, yeah, excellent job. Just keep fun, keeping going. They held out for a long time. Definitely, I honestly felt there was a comeback after they managed to get those kills before we went there. But you know, next time. Do they play Virtual Killers ever again, or?
Playoffs maybe. We'll see.
Playoffs if both teams make it.
All right, Bronze Krew. Expect a rematch in playoffs.
Alright, don't know it.
I have patience, guys.
Don't know. Any closing comments from you?
Um, yeah, I thought Bronze Krew did very well, seeing how they went from the Gold League last season, stepping it up, and I think Bronze Krew actually won Gold League last season, if I'm not mistaken. So then they went up to Platinum, knew it was going to be tougher competition, and they didn't back down. I mean, Zareth was 0-7 at the end of laning phase, and he stuck with it. Yeah, sure, he didn't finish with the best score with 4-10-7, but he still kept going. And once again, I gotta give props to Brendan on his Nami, going 1-0-11.
Yeah.
On the losing side.
On the
He
losing
didn't
side.
die. Went 1-0-11, lost the game, and still landed all those key bubbles for his team. So, gotta give him props for that.
For sure. Well, thank you for tuning in, guys. This was Aerzy, Yakcob, and Dontknow casting these series of games for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking to get some of your BCAL games casted, just give us a shout. Add me in client. Name is Aerzy. I think that's the best way to find me. Other than that, right on. Good game to all of you and everyone who watched today, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys all in the future. Have yourselves a wonderful night.